Welcome back to Tales from the PowerAge. How you doing, guys?
All good, thank you.
Yeah, they're looking well. Yeah, tonight, what a great night we've got ahead for you. They're back. AC/DC, possibly the greatest band to walk this planet. Anyway, we're taking you back to one of their bigger tours in 2008, 2009, 2010, and that, of course, is the Black Ice Tour. And this was, of course, Malcolm's last ever tour with the band as well. So quite poignant for all of us in terms of what big fans we are of AC/DC. So we've got quite a bit to share. We're going to do this over 2 episodes. But tonight's episode is going to cover off those early dates that we saw on the European tour. And then we're going to go on to the second episode, which covers off some of the more maybe exciting stuff that we managed to get in front of towards the back end of the tour and promo of this tour. For those of you that haven't subscribed, if you're watching this, ring the hell's bell and please give us a subscribe. Please comment in the comments below, like, share, get involved. Tell us about your experiences from the Black Ice Tour. In fact, tell us about your experiences from any AC/DC tour. We'd love to hear from you. So, look, without further ado, let's kick off with a couple of the promo singles that came out. So over to you, Gav.
Yeah, I think there were no proper singles in the old-fashioned sense in terms of 7-inch, 12-inch, just CD promos. So these are probably quite collectible, and anyone who knows the album, quite predictable, I guess, is the kind of lead tracks. Rock and Roll Train, I think, was the first one, and then it was Anything Goes. But really, really strong tracks from the album, and a really strong graphic look that they carry through everything on this project. So yeah, I don't know how far apart these came out. I think probably quite a bit. Yeah. I know the Rock and Roll Train was the first one, but yeah, good stuff.
I think Rock and Roll Train came out before the album came out. I think in around the same time. I think, and please correct me in the comments or let us know, I think the video from Rock and Roll Train was filmed in Acton in West London. So, and I know that because I know someone that was working with Oasis next door at the time that they were filming the video. So yeah, quite interesting in terms of the storyboard. But they do a lot of videos and have done a lot of videos in London over the years. Yeah. So let's go to the album. Jam, I'll come to you first.
Well, we were really looking forward to this album, and when it came out, loved the cover. It was very, very cool. It had the different versions as well, didn't it? But
yeah, that's what those down the side are. They're all different versions of the CDs and what have you.
Yeah,
I'm sure somebody's got all 4 of them.
Yes, I'm sure they have, Dill. But no, it came out, and I remember thinking there was a lot on it. If anything, dare I say it, maybe too many tracks. Yeah. It was a lovely product. It was really lovely. Rock and Roll Train, I've always loved the track, and it's a great track. But perhaps you can go into a bit more depth on the different tracks that are on there.
Yeah, like you say, there's definitely too many tracks for me. I mean, I don't think I ever managed to listen to the whole thing all the way through because it was just too long. There are some great tracks, especially in the first 7. You've got Rock and Roll Train, Big Jack, Anything Goes, War Machine, Spoiling for a Fight's good as well. Yeah, very, very, very good. I was really impressed with it. The guitar sound on this album is really good as well. Really impressed with the production from, was it Brendan O'Brien?
Yeah, it is. They've used him a lot. And Mike Frazier as well, who's done loads of big rock albums, including some Leopard, I think, as well.
So yeah, it was very much look forward to. But the end, Black Ice, again, another track that I really, really liked. I thought it was a really good track, and a lot of people that actually like that a lot. So it's strange they at least ended it with a strong one as well. So I only recently got the vinyl record. Well, recently, like a year or so ago, and it's really nice. Deals to show then really lovely thing to have in your hands, and it plays. It's beautiful, and it's really great listen.
You can actually pick it up quite cheap these days
on Amazon.
Yeah. On Amazon, yeah. So if you haven't got the
vinyl, right. I should be looking for that then.
Yeah.
So Jeff Bezos, if you want to buy us a pint or send us a pile of beer. We'll take it.
We're there, man.
I got this funky tin at the time, which was a special CD set, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got
Hang on,
the
I'll big you up.
yeah, you get the little booklet, which is quite hard to see because
Show us the tin again, Dill.
it's in black. I'll just show you that first whilst I've got it in there, which is
that's good pictures.
the CD. That's the video there. The box is embossed, so it's quite nice. You can probably just see that in the light.
You can.
Little bits there, and then of course all the stuff that comes with it. So there's a DVD which contains the video, which is brilliant. There's a 5-sticker set. There's a giant AC/DC flag, and there's a guitar pick as well, which is pretty cool, to be fair. So yeah, love it. It's quite a nice little cool thing, to be honest. A nice thing to keep. I've forgotten I had it. I'm not going to lie. I've got so much stuff.
You did.
I
Get a
did.
pick as well. To get a pick. See, there are people I understand that go to gigs and don't manage to get an absolute fuck ton of picks like you do.
No, and I've been teaching. To be fair, I've been teaching Jam the ways of how to get a pick when you're at a gig. Do you know what? I'm actually going to take this stuff out because I haven't. There's the stickers. There's the stickers. Look, they've never been opened. So I'm guessing that's different colours of the.
That you should, yeah. Come on, get them stuck up in some.
There's the promo plectrum. Slightly different to the real.
Plectrum, that's it.
There's the real one from the gig.
For all our non-American friends, they are plectrums.
There you go. So not picks. I need not to mix those up now because that will be a disaster. And there's the flag unopened, giant flag apparently. But maybe one day I'll open it.
Doesn't look very big.
Well,
I think it's pretty small, to be honest.
I reckon we should open it live now.
yeah, there you go. So that's the tin. So should we go on to?
I do need to start getting some picks because all I ever seem to get is set lists, as I think we will realise. So I do love a set list. So
We'll have to get an episode of you showing your set list folder at some point.
really, you can't bore them that much.
He needs more than one folder for his set lists.
There are three folders.
Very true.
It's
Anyway,
almost as bad as my ticket folder.
Should we go on to?
We shall. Talking of stuff to collect.
Some of the tour merch. Now I've not got all of this stuff down here at the moment, but this is all. These are some of the T-shirts. Now the one on the top left-hand corner, which is the Hell's Bell, which of course, just a reminder, please ring that Hell's Bell and give us a like, subscribe, etc. This was part of the fan club merch. So if you're a member of the fan club, you got a code to get tickets earlier. So ACDs are a little bit ahead of their time with all of this carry on. This was before all the Taylor Swift and Harry Styles were doing their pre-sale, etc., etc. But as a member, you did get various items of merch, and that was one of the T-shirts, which is cool. I got the first one; it was slightly ripped on the collar, and they gladly sent me another one, so I've got two of those now. Jam, one on the bottom left-hand corner. You own one of those.
yeah, we picked that. Anyone eagle-eyed that might look at that and think, does that say Stockholm? God, Stockholm, the globe. Yes, it does. But we, as we were about to see, Dale and I and a couple of other guys, we caught DC in Rotterdam, and they had T-shirts for Stockholm, which was the night before, it was a week or two before we saw them, and they were selling them for a bargain, €10, which at the time was like no money. I had a strong pound in those days, and yes, we all picked. Did you pick one of them up, Bill?
I did, yeah. I've got one of those.
I picked one up. Yeah, mate, he picked. So yeah, we all picked one of them up, and there's a nice because I was going to get one of the other the one with the dates on the back over on the side there. But then I thought €10, I'll have some of that, and I'll spend the rest of it on other stuff because I was really thirsty at the time.
So it's cool.
Did you buy the horns, Dill? Did you buy the horns?
I'll get to those in a sec. I think I've got a couple of those, to be fair. The T-shirt in the middle is the Wembley Stadium gig. So again, that's an event T-shirt from Friday the 26th of June. So the Are You Ready logo with the Union Jack and Wembley Stadium, London, which is pretty cool. And the other one is just a bog standard Rock and Roll Train tour T-shirt from 2009. And as Jam's rightfully pointed out, I've got a couple of pairs of flashing horns. I actually bought some ACDC earplugs as well, believe it or not, which I have got in my box somewhere. Yeah, Never wore them. I've only started wearing earplugs recently, but anyway, that's another story.
Was that the first time that the flashing horns appeared?
I think it was that.
Could have been,
I
yeah.
think it was. Yeah. And at the time, I remember thinking, "Oh, who's going to buy them?" Obviously, my good friend Dale obviously is going to.
Mega fans are going to buy them.
And actually, when they were all lit up, a lot of people purchased them.
I was going to say, it looked great in the stadium when they're all
great. Yeah, it looked pretty great. You go, "Oh my gosh!" So yeah,
it's the commercial equivalent of holding lighters up back in our day.
Yeah. And look, I am a marketing man's dream, and there's some more merchandise.
Some more.
I've never worn this shirt. I may have worn it on the night that I bought it. I can't remember which date I bought it on. Yeah, it's quite a cool thing. And again, that's another thing I'd forgotten I had, actually. It's stashed away in the wardrobe when I was looking for T-shirts. Couple of plectrums. So there's Malcolm. So this is
brilliant.
started doing these plectrums with pictures of the band on. There's Cliffs here. And it's quite cool. And here's Angus.
Did you buy them, Dill, or did you actually get them?
No, I got them. These are from. These are actually official plectrums, and these are from Donington, from down there.
Ah, right.
So,
cool.
A good friend of ours was backstage and managed to acquire a couple for me. And this one, when you were down the front, you'd see this is what Angus would generally be playing with, and they were.
Right.
You look at his guitar strap. There's loads of these all the way down his guitar strap. So pretty pleased I managed to pick some plectrums up in the end, because they're not a band for throwing out loads of plectrums. They don't. It's not really their thing, to be honest. So yeah, cool. Really pleased about that. Oh, and the program as well, which is quite nice. They did do two of these programs. There was a later version. The only thing that's different is the date, but as you can expect, some great photos throughout, colour pictures, lots from the video, as you can probably imagine.
Yeah, I never got that one actually.
Anyway, next slide. So that takes us time. What a segue this is into more stuff. Couple of things here. The middle pack you sometimes see come up on eBay. As this is official stuff. So the middle photo is a photo of some fan club merch that was sent out. I've never opened mine, so a couple of plectrums and so just some other stuff, really. The picture on the right is the carrier bag, and I think, Gav, you saw something on Facebook about this today.
Yeah, apparently quite collectible, and yeah, they were saying there was some discussion about which tour you got the bag with, whether it was this one or the next one. Maybe they used them again next time as well. But yeah, quite a cool thing to keep.
Yeah, and tell us if it was rock or bust. I can't really remember, to be honest, but
it was about 50-50 as the arguments going back and forth. So maybe both.
Yeah, either way, it's a cool thing. And then on the screen on the left, as you're looking at it, is a signed copy of Black Ice, which I acquired finally meeting the band on Malcolm's last public appearance, which we didn't know at the time. We're going to cover off a little bit more about that on the next episode. But just for you to know the signatures on the top left at the top, that's Cliff's signature. Just below that, in gold, is Angus. And then just to the right of that, over the DC, is Brian Johnson in black. And then at the bottom is Malcolm Young. And Malcolm signed this just before he went into Hammersmith with his bodyguards, etc. And I was with a good friend of ours, and we had our items signed. They were the last two things that were signed. And I'm pretty sure, Phil wasn't there on the night. We know about all the ongoing issues he was having, etc. But I'm pretty sure that was the only item that's signed by all four members of the band on that evening. So just super lucky. And it was an amazing night. So,
what's that little bit of gold right at the bottom right then?
AC/DC, it's supposed to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's Malcolm Young, AC/DC.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's be honest, the pen wasn't. Our mate Flotty brought the pen, and it wasn't in the best nick. So, Flotty, if you want to comment on any of that, he's still got the pen, by the way. So
I'm sure he has.
Well, yeah, the thing with that is you got it signed at a promotional event, which we're going to cover off in a lot more detail in the next episode that we do on black ice related stuff. And we actually have video footage of those autographs
we're hoping to have that
taken.
video footage on there, aren't we? And
so if you're interested, let us know, and we'll have that as a little PowerAge exclusive on the next video.
Brilliant. Thanks, Gav. So let's go on to, this was the first day that
so finally to the shows.
Yeah. So Jam.
Well, I can't. When was the time before this? When was the last time DC had toured? How long had it been, Deal?
The last one was 20, because I don't think you went to Milton Keynes. I know that Gav a couple of years later saw them at Hammersmith Odeon when they were doing some stuff for the record company and supporting the Stones.
Yeah.
And they just did one date in the UK. So stiff upper lip, we all went together to Wembley Arena.
Yeah.
But I think only I went to Milton Keynes with Megadeth, Queens of the Stone Age, and Offspring.
This has been a long wait. This has been an awful long wait.
I hadn't seen them since '96.
Yeah, the record had come out. We were excited. Dill being quite into DC. Kazi John, as I know he's referred to a lot from a previous video we did, a previous pod, Flotty or Kazi John. We were very excited, and we knew that when the tour was going to come out, we were going to go and catch them, weren't we? We wanted to see them somewhere different. We were going to go into Europe, as Arthur Daly would say. So we were off into Europe, weren't we? We went, Rotterdam. That'd be great. Do you remember, Dill?
We go Rotterdam. And we bought these through the fan club, these tickets. So we had the promo code. So I think Flotty bought 2 and I bought 2.
Yeah.
And we thought, in our infinite wisdom, wouldn't it be a great idea to stay in Amsterdam? Not realising it was about an hour and a half away. That's like going to a gig in Birmingham and staying in London.
Yeah. We didn't know, did we?
Why did you want to stay in Amsterdam, Dill?
Well, it was nearer, obviously, to England, so the flight was shorter. And we just thought it might be quite good fun.
It's a great
Probably.
sound.
We've got a great Hard Rock Cafe there, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But so we got our tickets, didn't we?
Amongst other cafes.
With our mate Donut Crookshank there. But so we flew into Amsterdam, got the hotel, got the train. Let's pop over to Rotterdam. It was a long journey. It felt like a long time, hour and a half. But we got ourselves into Rotterdam. We thought, like any good English, we went along. Let's find a bar. And I'm sure you recall the bar we found. We were in a supermarket in Rotterdam. It's the first one once we got off the train.
Oh,
We sat it was like a shopping mall, wasn't it? Shopping mall that had a bar. So we bought a beer each, and it was lovely. It was a great atmosphere. We had lots of beers. There were so many DC fans, and we had a couple of drinks. It was beautifully relaxed. I just remember it being a fantastic atmosphere. So many DC fans from all over. We had a beer. Then when we got into the gig, I don't know if you remember, when we walked in, it was fantastic. The Ahoy Arena, fantastic. It was a 10,000 seater.
I think it was 9, actually. I think they've made it slightly bigger since then.
Okay, but when we walked in, I remember looking and going, "Oh my gosh," because we hadn't seen DC in such a small place, and it's like we knew where we were going to be seeing them the rest of the tour as well. We walked in, it just felt so cozy. I mean, I know it's 9,000-10,000 people, but it just felt fantastic, didn't it? And again, it was such a great atmosphere.
I don't think I've ever seen you looking so happy, or me for that matter. I've got
to say, Dale, that picture of you in the middle is absolutely immense.
Oh,
I love
that one.
That's so good.
I think that is in the Kazi though. That's in the toilets. As you can see from the back, I remember what it was like.
It was pumped. It was exciting.
Yeah. And then we just literally went straight down the front. That's your photo deal, isn't it? We went literally straight to it. All standing downstairs. And everyone was happy to meet us and greet us and let us walk past them, I think, if I remember rightly. We went all the way down to the front, took our position, had a couple of beers. Let's look at the state of us there. And then AC/DC came on, didn't they?
They're amazing. And then, of course, went through the repertoire you'd expect. Cannons at the end. And I couldn't hear anything when we came out. Do you remember? I couldn't hear a thing. I was really worried. I mean, I think I perforated my eardrum, which... The last time I had really bad ears was AC/DC at Donington in '91. It was awful. I had this real weird noise coming through my ear. This, but fortunately, it recovered to a certain degree. So that was Rotterdam.
Yeah, you didn't learn your lesson. You carried on going.
Yes, and a month later, there we were again.
As if Rotterdam wasn't enough. We thought it'd be a good idea to go to. Was it London first? And it's London first.
Yeah, I went to London first.
The 2 first, and then there's Wembley later.
Big shout out to Download Dave because he was with us at that one in the O2, which was brilliant. And then there we are at Birmingham. So, Jam, do you want to tell them about our VIP experience in Birmingham?
Yeah, it was on the phone getting tickets, wasn't it? Did they not do them on the internet?
Everything sold out. Well, they used to sell them on the internet, and they sold out in like no time. I think Wembley sold out.
You went through on the phone. You managed to get to the NEC, didn't you? And you managed to get Vera or someone who said, and you said, "Oh, I just want to sort out some tickets." And she went, "Oh, we've got a few VIP ones." You said, "Oh, yeah, how much are they?" What were they? Were an extra, I don't know, it was an extra tenner or something. They weren't expensive. It was an extra tenner on top of the however much that says for the ticket. And for that,
45
you got two drinks vouchers. You got let in early at like 6 o'clock, didn't you? Into a bar. We had our own bar.
And we had beer.
You got 2 drinks vouchers, food, early access to the merch. Someone I know was very excited about that. And it was just generally a very, very, very enjoyable occasion. It was the Rotterdam 4 again, wasn't it? We'd warmed up nicely because we managed to get to the hotel. We had a hotel just by the NEC, and you treated us to a few bottles of Jack, if I remember rightly, Dill. But it was a fantastic atmosphere. It was beautiful. And again, we seemed to be down the front. So if I record, I wasn't going to go to the front, but we had to. I'm sporting my lovely new Stockholm T-shirt.
Well, Flotty's the down the front king, isn't he?
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was just fantastic.
And there's and that is sweat on that T-shirt. So that was the last of the arena shows. And ironically, it was one of the last arena shows I think they probably ever done, to be fair, because they've just turned into after that, they just turned into a massive stadium band. So let's go to Wembley and Gav and Gaps, you guys. We were all there together, but
yeah, this was the only one I think we all attended together.
Loads of us went to this, didn't we?
All us boys, and loads of other mates as well. So yeah, it was June 26, 2009. I think they're your photos, Dill, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they are.
So yeah, that had a custom ticket, and the show was brilliant. As I recall, it was the first time we saw the train smashing through the back of the set at the beginning of the show, and they had the big trailer at the beginning, which I think they've included on a DVD, haven't they? But, and it's on YouTube as well. So building up the excitement of this runaway train or rock and roll train. And we were quite surprised that they did quite a few songs from the album. We said 5 songs, didn't we, from the album?
Total, yeah.
Yeah, which is not like DC. They don't normally have so many. Normally 3, I would have thought, 2 or 3, but 5 was a hell of a lot. But we got the set list in a minute anyway. This is us boys all together, the wonderful Wembley Stadium. And then there's
tickets I've still got from one of those gigs.
Really?
Yeah. Kept hold of that one.
Yeah, this wasn't a view from where we were. We were at the back of the stadium, looking directly at the stage, if I recall.
Yeah.
And some of you boys said the sport band was the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we caught some of them. Great band, still going. And so that's the set list. As I said, 5 tracks off the album. Name them if you're an expert. And the usual tracks to finish with, obviously, including For Those About to Rock, which is obviously one of the best songs you can end a show with of all time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And the running.
Absolutely brilliant.
Every single AC/DC show, the running. Look at that, from You Shouldn't Be All Night Long, TNT, Whole Lot of Rosie, Let There Be Rock, Highway to Hell, For Those About to Rock.
So which classics did they leave out to make way for the 5 news?
Well, yeah, good question. But then, to be honest, Gav, they've upped their set list. So if you go back to the first time that we saw them in '86, the set list is much bigger on this tour than it was. So they probably argue we've actually added to what we do. And
maybe they did add a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Dog Eat Dog was unusual.
Yes.
Yeah, a great tune.
Okay.
Yeah, hell of a set.
Cool. You said about the last time we'd been to one of the last arena shows, DC. Well, think about it. You just said there, this was the only show, because tickets were hard. They were hard to get hold of. For that Birmingham, we only just managed Dill, didn't we? You get them through on the phone.
It was only because I bought tickets for the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, you had a contact.
Yeah.
And again, Rotterdam, that was through fan club tickets. You and Flotty through the fan.
Yeah.
So these tickets were hard to get hold of. But the bottom line is supply and demand. Wembley Stadium, we were all actually able to go. So that's the way the world works. They opened it up. They'd already done their sort of dates, and then they're doing Wembley Stadium. So fair play. If they don't play Wembley Stadium, fans ain't going to see them, are they? So
yeah,
you know,
and they're the kind of band that transcends a particular tour, aren't they? You go and see them anyway. You know, they're a band that you want to say that you've seen. You know, and it's an event every time they play.
Absolute giant. Anyone that you speak to, they're absolute giants.
And one weird thing, one memory from the morning, I got up early, got to the train station, and everybody had the papers, and on the front page of the Sun, Michael Jackson dead. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, died the day before, didn't he?
Yeah. So where were you on the day that Michael Jackson died? Well, I was at AC/DC. There you go. So let's go on to the tour facts, Gav, because it was a pretty huge tour, right?
Yeah, I guess it's why we're splitting it over a couple of EPs, because there are 8 legs, 168 dates, hugely grossing, probably the biggest grossing tour of that year, I would imagine. As you can see there, $441 million. Started in Wilkes-Barre, which is US.
Love to know where that is, if any of our US friends could tell us.
Yeah. And ended in Spain at the, following, 2 years later. It's incredible. So yeah, the dates below are the ones we've taken you through already, which are the dates that Dill and Jam went to all of those. Did you? All 4?
I ducked out of the O2.
Right.
I can't remember who it was. Someone who hadn't been to see him. I said, look, I've already been. I've been once. I'm going twice more. And yeah, I ducked out of the O2 at London.
And then we went on to see other places, including Donington and the amazing Stade de France, with Slash supporting, which we're going to cover off, as we said earlier, in another episode, just because it's too much to talk about, and this will go on for too long if we cover it there. But we've got some really cool stuff to tell you about, and even to show you of some unusual stuff, including the promotional appearance for the River Plate DVD, and which we
nice little lanyard there.
Let me pick that up.
It might whet your appetite.
There you go. Show it again, Dill.
There's the back. So Friday the 6th.
So yeah, a few of the guys went to that, and that's where they met DC, and we've got video footage to prove it and signatures to prove it. So we're going to track that down and premiere it next time.
I'm so looking forward to everyone seeing it.
Yeah, really looking forward to that one.
That's going to be awesome. Great. I haven't seen it for a while. I've seen it a while ago, but yeah, if we can get that and get it on here, that'd be fantastic. That's going to be.
Well, they're the kind of band you don't ever expect to meet. They're beyond meeting, aren't they? You know, yeah, they don't even do VIP meet and greets, so they didn't back in the day, and hopefully won't do now. But it's Malcolm as well, for God's sake, you know.
Yeah, it was amazing, absolutely amazing.
So yeah, give us some time, and we'll pull that together, and let us know if you want to see it in the comments. And it's another good show.
Brilliant. And before we go on to a fond farewell, so I was having a little mild. If you saw me sorting around down here, I was having a bit of a mild meltdown because I couldn't find the DVD that comes with a tin, and there it is. It says it opens both sides. So I was thinking.
Brilliant.
The other side just flipped. Oh my God! Where's it gone?
Nice one, Dale. Brilliant, mate.
So, there you go. Brilliant, awesome. So that's it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully that brings back some memories from the Black Ice tour. Of course, we're all on the edge of our seats, waiting for AC/DC to announce next year. What will it be? Will they do Wembley? Will they do Glastonbury? Will it be back to Donington Park again? There's some interesting bands already been announced for Hellfest, so fingers crossed. It could be massive. Really, really looking forward to it. So, as I've already mentioned a couple of times at the beginning and in the middle, again at the end, please subscribe and hit the Hell's bell. So that's awesome. I've hit it just for the sake of hitting it. That's
look at it; it's immense.
You can find us on Facebook on Tales from the PowerAge. You can find us on X, Tales from the PowerAge at TTFTPR. Or online at www.talesfromthepowerage.com, or you can just find us anywhere, at a bar, at your local gig, and we'll have a chat to you and just tell you all about it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, take care,
Cheers,
everybody.
guys.
See you later.
Bye-bye.